Guys, we're back again. We're coming to the tail end. We've got a few more to go, but please get excited because obviously this stuff here is some great stuff. Very, very valuable for you, okay? Now, we're going to talk about how to close and overcome objections after a person has seen or heard a presentation. We talked about in a previous module, we talked about these objections, but that was from an invitation standpoint. When you invite people to come and see or hear something, that objections come up. But also, after the meeting is over, I don't think it's as simple as you just do a presentation and people whip out the credit cards. No. They're going to have some objections. That's just the nature of the beast. Before I get into this, I want to make sure you understand, it's very important. If you are placing people on a conference call or a website, it's very important that you edify, okay, your expert and do a three-way call with them, okay? If you're physically present at a meeting, and let's say I was doing a meeting, or maybe your upline executive is doing a meeting for you, okay? At the end of the meeting, you want to bring your prospect up to the expert. Whatever you do, do not say, hey, Mr. Expert, come on over here. I want you to meet my buddy Dan. No, do not ever do that. Remember, you show respect, you bring the prospect up to the expert. Okay, it's very, very important. When you bring the prospect up to the expert, you say, hey, Bob, this is Mr. Fulcher. Mr. Fulcher, this is Bob. You know, this is Bob's first time taking a look at it. And you don't say anything else. Always remember, guys, the expert is an expert for a reason. They know exactly what it is you want. So all you need to do is introduce the prospect to the expert and watch the expert do what they do best. Okay? And so here's what I want to do. I want you to put in your mind, we're at the end of a meeting, the meeting is over now, the applications have gone out, and a couple things you want to do. After the meeting is over, as soon as the speaker has said his last words, very important here that you turn on some pretty mid-sized music. Turn on the music immediately. Okay, you must break up the room. People have just sat through a 30, 45-minute meeting. As soon as the expert has finished speaking, music comes on right away, okay? And what you want to do, Rob, if you could follow me with the camera here, what you want to do is I'm going to demonstrate with you exactly what you want to do. Let's say the meeting is now over and obviously your guests are sitting down. What you want to do is you want to go over to your prospect. Hey, Bob, glad you could make it, man. That's some great information.
Thank you.
Hey, listen, I want to introduce you to Mr. Fulcher privately. You got a second?
Sure.
Come on. And what you want to do is you just basically want to, as you shake your hand of your prospect, you want to bring them up to your actual expert. And if you notice here, what I typically do is I want to make sure that my back is to the audience, is to the group. Because I don't know what it is that this guy is getting ready to say to me, but I want to shield my prospect from everyone else that's at the meeting. Because I don't know what it is he's about to say. One of the things that you never want to do is you never want to answer questions at the end of a meeting publicly. Answer all questions privately. Okay? Alright? So, guys, notice what I just did? One more time. Let's try it again, Bob. Just because I want to make sure everybody gets it. So the meeting is now over. Hey, Bob, I appreciate you. And good glad you came out. And listen, I'd like to introduce you to our speaker, Mr. Fulcher. You got a second?
Sure.
Hey, come on up. And I bring him on up, and if you notice here, our backs are turned towards the audience so they can't really hear what it is that we're discussing, because I don't know what he may say. Okay? All right, thanks again. All right, now, what we're going to do now, guys, I want to show you how to handle these objections, okay? Don't worry, some of you will need to practice at this, so don't try and be an expert at first glance. That's why we have experts. But I did want to have some videos so that you can see that you're only going to get these 6 objections typically. These are the most common 6 objections in the entire industry. And as I've said previously, the moment you learn how to successfully, confidently overcome these objections, the floodgates open to you financially. You get stone cold rich. Okay? Now, so let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is I'm going to bring up some of my colleagues and business partners, and I'm going to let each one of them throw one of these objections at me, okay? Please remember, the meeting is now over. I'm now talking to them, and I want you to watch what it is that I say, because this is what you should be saying to your prospect at the end of the meeting. First person I'm going to call up Gaylord. Come on up here, Gaylord. You guys have already met Gaylord in a previous modules, module, so we don't need to introduce them again. We're just going to pick it right up. This is exactly what I say. So Gaylor is now up in front of me at the end of the meeting, and this is what I'm saying. Man, it's definitely a pleasure to meet you.
It's great to be here.
Awesome, awesome. Where are you from?
I'm originally from New York.
New York? Man, what are you doing out here in Sacramento?
Well, business brought me out here. I follow the money.
You follow the money.
I follow the money.
I like what you're saying already. Well, tell me, man. Did the concept? Did it make some sense? Did you get it?
Oh, I did. It was incredible, especially information about the coffee industry itself.
Okay. Yeah. So which part was your favorite part? What did you like the best?
Well, like I said, I follow the money. So it was that potential for making that amount of money.
Making the money.
I didn't realize that.
Awesome, awesome. So as it relates to making money, if I was willing to help you, how much money would you need to make to make this worth your while, your first 30, 60 days?
Oh, I'd say $5,000.
About $5,000? Okay. Okay. Now, to make an extra $5,000 a month, would you be willing to follow some simple instructions to make an extra $5,000 a month?
Sure.
Okay. Sure. All right. And if I was willing to work with you, would you be willing to be coachable to make an extra $5,000 a month?
I think so. So you would work with me directly?
Yeah, as long as you're willing to be coachable, I would.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, the first instruction I would have for you, are you ready for the instructions?
Yes.
All right. To make an extra $5,000 a month, what I'm going to need you to do is put together a list of contacts of everybody you know. Probably about 100 people, name, phone number, all over the world. Can you do that for an extra $5,000 a month?
I think so.
Okay. You can give it your best shot?
Be able to.
Okay, good deal.
Don't. It'll be 100.
Okay, well, come as close as you can to that, okay? All right, and then the second thing, to make an extra $5,000 a month, I'm going to want you to go ahead and introduce all of those people on that list.
Mm-hmm.
Just basically introduce them to me. I'm going to do all the talking. I'll do all the heavy lifting. I'll explain everything, answer their questions, work with them, etc. Because, see, it's your first month, so you're kind of in training, okay? So you're basically just going to introduce all of the people to me. Can you handle that for an extra $5,000?
I can do that.
Okay, good. And then thirdly, what I'm going to want you to do is I'm going to want you to make all of your money back within the first 72 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to pre-sell 30 boxes of the coffee that you're about to sign up for. Okay. I'm going to show you how to pre-sell 30 of them to make a quick $900 in the next 72 hours. That way we'll make $900 in the next 72 hours or less. And then we'll make up the other $4,100 throughout the month. You okay with that?
Yeah, seems reasonable.
So again, I want to make sure you understand it's very simple. It's as simple as you following my instructions, which are building a list of contacts, introducing me to all your people, and I'm going to show you how to put 900 of the 1,300 that you're about to spend back in your pocket immediately. Does that make sense?
It does.
Last thing to tell you, man, to have me working with you and to help you make an extra $5,000 your first month, Gold Pack is essential. Is there any reason that would stop you from getting started at the Gold Pack if I showed you how to make 900 of it right back in 72 hours?
Generally, no.
Okay.
But as I've said before, being from New York, New Yorkers are tough. So we tend to want to go and do some research first.
Okay.
You presented very well, but I've got to go do my research.
Not a problem.
I work with an attorney. We do research.
Got it. I can completely understand. So research, that's the only thing that left for you to do before you go ahead and position yourself? Is that what I'm hearing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And I completely understand, no problem at all, okay? Listen, as it relates to research, what specific research do you have at the top of your mind that you're kind of fishing for? Because I want to direct you in the proper areas, primarily because we're a privately held company. Mm-hmm. And I happen to know all the inner workings of the company, so I'm in front of you now. Yeah, I know you need to do the research, but tell me, what are some of the things in your mind that you're thinking that you may want to uncover?
Well, honestly, I haven't done anything in this industry. This is, you mentioned network marketing, I think you said. That's not something I've done before, so
okay.
I need to do a little bit more to understand.
Okay. So really the research you're fishing for is not so much just about our company, it's really about how this kind of industry works?
Yes.
I can appreciate that. I remember I had my first time years ago, so I understand what you mean. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a couple of things that I can actually give you that'll actually be perfect for what it is you're looking for. As a matter of fact, it's a DVD. It's a third-party DVD, and it doesn't talk about our company at all. All it is going to explain from cradle to grave the details of how this industry works. Because that is what you're saying that you really want to understand, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's a viable industry. It's been around for 60 years. I know you're new to it, but it's been around for years. Billions of dollars of generated in the industry. But I want it to make sense to you. But I want to be clear: is that the only thing, as far as research, that you want to pretty much uncover? Just how the industry works and so forth. Is that it?
Yeah, I would say that's it.
Okay. I'll tell you what. So what do you need? Probably maybe a day or two, or no more than two days.
You said the video.
It's a video, 30-minute video. What do you need? About a day or two to kind of mold
Sure,
over?
I can do that tomorrow.
Okay, good. I tell you what, I'll make sure you get your hands on this DVD. I'll make sure I give it to you.
Okay.
But then also I want you to know something that's very important. Above and beyond your research, because the research is going to check out, and you'll see some people make money and some people don't. It's all based upon, what a person makes of it. No different than your profession, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. But the most important thing in this entire industry is who it is you work with. I have to be candid with you. You're telling me you want to make $5,000 your first month. How long have you been on your job prior?
Oh, we're looking at 6 years in the legal profession.
6 years, okay. Well, typically, most people that come, most people don't make $5,000 their first month in their own business. Maybe on a job if they qualify, but not typically on their own business. I'll be honest, it's not, but it's possible, and it can happen when you're working with some of the right people.
Okay.
So I can tell you that between myself and my partners, we have helped a lot of people achieve what it is that you want to achieve. So you're in front of someone that has done it and have taught other people how to do it. Okay? So that, just make sure, if I were you, I'd put a little asterisk by what I just said, because this is probably the most important part of your research. Who it is you get a chance to work with, and what their level of commitment is to you, and also their ability to perform. You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate that, because Bob invited me, and I respect Bob. So
Yeah.
That's I will keep that in mind.
Awesome, man. Well, I look forward to give you this DVD.
Okay.
And I tell you what, let's agree to. Why don't we go ahead and agree to? Because I'm really busy, and I imagine you are, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Why don't we go ahead and set a time that works best for both you and I, so we can talk. After you take a look at the video and maybe have some questions and stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking I've got Tuesday. Today is Sunday, so what about Tuesday morning or afternoons work for you?
Morning would be better.
Morning. How about Tuesday 9:30?
Perfect.
Perfect. Gaylord, it's such a pleasure to meet you, brother. We
Nice
can talk
meeting you too.
Tuesday 9:30.
Look forward
Take
to
care.
it.
Here's the DVD.
Thank you.
Bam. That's how you handle that objection. His objection was research. He needed to do more research. Guys, obviously you saw everything I did, so you can watch it again and again. Okay, I'm going to call someone else up. They're going to give me another objection. I want you to see how we handle that. Okay? Come on over here, Bob. Come on over here. This is Bob. We've been talking about Bob all day. All right? So we're at the end of the meeting. Bob, definitely nice to meet you, man. Tell me, man, what did you like the best?